Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to today's Goodnight meditation. Today, we will be talking about restoring restfulness. So, this time of the day when we are preparing to rest physically, the body is physically preparing to rest. Many times we find that even though the body may be tired physically, but still the mind is very active, and there are many thoughts that emerge in the mind when we are planning to sleep. So, because of that, we either are not able to get to sleep, uh, we are just not able to get sleep, or even if we are able to get sleep for some time, we may wake up in the middle of the night, and then again we find it difficult to go back to sleep. So, in both the cases, if we really observe, what is happening is probably that your mind is being overactive or hyperactive. And there is a certain pattern, if we observe closely, that is common when such a state is there, that we are not able to sleep because of certain thoughts, and the mind is very active. So what do we do once we have observed this, that mind is active, and we are seeing that there is as if a cyclical pattern that is developing in the mind? Usually it's one or two or maybe three things that we are again and again thinking about. It may be about the job, it may be about some relationship, it may be about anything, right? So, or about some finances, something like this. So whatever it is, right? um, what we usually do commonly is that to distract our mind from those thoughts, we will either read a book, or nowadays, we have so many gadgets, we'll pick them up and we will um, maybe watch a movie, or um, listen to some music or something like this, right? But what is really happening is that shift in trying to distract our mind, we are choosing things which are anyways changing, right, by nature. So we are not able to get the real restful state. Temporarily, we may find some benefit, but spiritual wisdom is telling us that it is possible, if we are able to shift that our mind into a state where there is complete stillness always, and connect to the eternal rest house of this inner being, even if for a few moments, for a few minutes also, then that actually as if restores the restful state of the mind, and that then initiates the restfulness for the body, the physical body as well. So, if we are looking for longer term benefits and a longer term solution, then this may be a good practice to develop for ourselves, to be able to get into a state of restfulness, the true restfulness. So, today we will experiment with this in our meditation. So, we keep our body in a relaxed position, and taking a deep breath in As we breathe out, relaxing the head and the shoulders, the back of the neck, the back, the whole abdomen area, the arms, and the legs. We gently tell our mind to focus on that inner being of light. This inner being of light is drawn towards the home of light, and we see the home of this inner being with the image of a evening sky, golden red light, with a soothing and calming environment. The atmosphere in this dimension is that of complete stillness. This world is eternal. It is changeless. The point of light is always a point of light. He can see himself as the embodiment of peace, still and silent. There is no movement in this dimension. This is the home of peace. And this tiny point of light feels at home in this eternal home, there is no need for him to move, because he is complete and full in just being a point. From this higher perspective, from the world beyond, the the physical world, he can see all the circus that is going on in the physical world as an extra. He doesn't need to take anything from that world of circus. Circus where there is lots of movements, movement of characters, movement of various elements and props, lighting, sound. That whole world is very noisy. But the point of light, the inner being can see himself distinctly separate from that world of noise and movement. He knows that his existence is immortal when he's connected to this non physical reality of himself. This is a place of eternal rest. And as we stabilize our mind in this stillness and restfulness, we see that we are able to restore the restfulness in a complete manner. Restfulness of the mind and also restfulness for the body. And so, for the rest of the evening, we keep this option in our mind when we are going to sleep. Anytime we notice there is some disturbance in the sleep, we remind ourselves that we belong to this world of eternal stillness where we can restore the restfulness that is permanent in nature, exists forever. Just hold this thought for a few moments and wish you a very good evening.